It's not understood, Madad. This is a very big, huge topic. If they open something, we speak. We're asking permission to speak. We're asking them to send us something, what is going to be necessary for us. To understand the specialness, the speciality, the uniqueness, the high position of the Ummah of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, first you have to understand what is the position of the Holy Prophet ﷺ next to his Lord. What is the position of the Holy Prophet ﷺ next to his Lord? And what is the position of the Holy Prophet ﷺ next to his Lord compared to all the other prophets next to their Lord? Their position was only understood by the prophets. Every single prophet, 124,000 of them, they understood that, which was why they were willing to give up the high station and the honor and the value that Allah has given to them as prophets, just to be part of the Ummah of the Habibullah. If once you start understanding the value of the Holy Prophet ﷺ, that he is the one whose name is next to his Lord's name, that he is the one for whose reason Allah has created the universes, that for his sake Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has given the mercy to this world and to the other worlds. If we understand the closeness of that one who is called the beloved of Allah, once you start understanding, then you get a glimpse of why it is special to belong to his ummah. But we forget, we're very spoiled. And we forget because we are very ungrateful, because we don't remember, because we are just busy with the dunya. We're not busy with akhirat. Even if we're saying the salawats, repeating salawat is one thing, but actually understanding and appreciating the mercy that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has shown us because of the rahmatul lil alameen, the mercy of the universe, this is something else. And to be thankful for that is something else. Are we worthy of this? I can only speak for myself. I'm not worthy of this. What can we do to be worthy of this? Run in his way. How am I going to run in his way? I'm not going to follow my own ideas. I'm going to find someone who is authorized and given permission by him to be representing him, to run after that one. And whatever he says, that I'll do. If he says sit, I'll sit. If he says stand, I stand. If he says speak, we have to speak. If he says be quiet, we have to be quiet. Only that time you'll be worthy of it. Yes, to be worthy, to understand the worth of your Prophet ﷺ and the mercy of this that he has shown to his nation. If you don't find one living awliya, you will never understand it. You can read millions of books. You will never understand because it's not going to hit your heart. We're talking about matters of the spirit, it has to hit your heart. You're not understanding a discipline. You don't understand adab. Definitely you will not understand this kind of knowledge. Because once you start understanding adab, you will understand what games there are in this world, what games that you're playing with yourself, and what is the reality that you are looking for. What is the reality? Our aim is to be servants. Servants to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. Yeah, I just came back from somewhere. We speak a couple of words, talking to be servants, servants to Allah, servants to those who love Him. Somebody got pretty upset and said, no, we can never be servants to the Prophet. We are only servants to Allah. You cannot be servants to the Prophet. And I say, yeah, you can say that, but you forget you are a slave to the system, and it's okay. You belong to those ones who were slaves to others before. You know what? To say that we are servants, doing service, servants to the Prophet ﷺ, it is an honor that we really cannot even imagine. What is it that we are doing in reality? Can we say we're serving the Prophet? Say what we are doing. What you are doing. What you or me, we can say, oh, I'm serving the Prophet ﷺ. What? You think sitting down and playing with a tasbih and reciting salawat sharif, that is serving him? That is being a servant to him? Does Allah need our praise? No. Our praise or our amals or our works does not make him greater. If we don't do it, it doesn't make him smaller. What about the honor that the Holy Prophet ﷺ has? You think if the whole world gives salawats to him, his station is going to raise higher? If people don't give salawats to him, will it make his station to become lower? No. Because Allah is giving him salawat. Because Allah and His prophets have put him in a high station. So now we understand. What is the salawat for? It's not for the Prophet ﷺ. It is for us. It is for us. And he is Nabil Karim. He is the most generous Prophet that he says, you give salutations to me one time, I give you salawat 10 times. How you can top that? So how you can say, I'm making salawat for the Prophet and this is serving him? What else you are doing? Serving him. Oh, I pray. No, that's not serving him. There's obligation. What else are you doing? What can you say that you are doing? You're doing all the worships. It is for you. You're making all the zikr. It is for you. This question Musa alayhi salam asked Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. What can I do for you? And he says, I pray, I fast, I make the hajj, I do all these things. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, all this, it has all so many benefits to protect you, to bless you, but it is for you. It is not for me. Then Musa asked, Ya Rabbi, what can I do for you? And what is Allah's reply? Love whom I love and leave those ones that I leave. We can open the topic of love and how to love some other day. Because the idea of love is not like Western, I feel so good, I feel so nice. That is love. No. In Islam, love means something else. So now, Holy Prophet ﷺ, everything that we're doing, saying that we're doing it for him, it is not for him, it is for us. Now, but to love whom he loves, that is an order. To love whom he loves and to leave those ones that he leaves, that is a direct order. How am I saying this? Because the Holy Prophet ﷺ said, he who obeys me obeys Allah. Finished. Finished. And Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala said so many times, Quran al-Karim, obey Allah and obey His Prophet. Obey Allah and obey His Prophet. Obey Allah and obey His Prophet. So many places. And Holy Prophet ﷺ has said, if you obey me, you obey Allah. If you disobey me, you disobey Allah. He didn't stop there, which is why, alhamdulillah, we're Ahli Sunnat wal Jamaat. He says, I'm paraphrasing so everyone can understand. He said, those who obey, whom I appoint, that I love, the leader, there is a sign, obeys me. And whoever disobeys the leader, the one that I've appointed, I've given power, I've given permission, disobeys me. And if you disobey Prophet, you disobey who? Allah. So now, subhanallah, there is a protocol, there is a chain. You want to obey Allah, obey the Prophet. You want to obey the Prophet, you have to obey the leader. This is ayat. Obey Allah, obey His Prophet, obey your rightly guided leader. And you know what? When you have a leader in front of you, what is that leader doing? He's taking the credit for himself. That leader there, that imam there, that sheikh there, that awliya Allah there, is there to protect you against your nafs and against the fire. It's for your protection. And they are only going to be busy asking you to fear Allah. So now, you want to love the Prophet ﷺ. You want to obey the Prophet ﷺ. You want to be worthy. You have an imam, you have a leader, you have a shaykh in front of you, you have an awliya Allah that you are following. Hold on tightly and obey. But these days, because there's so much confusion that is happening, and it's entering into some foolish people's minds and hearts, they say, no, I'm not going to follow anyone. So much confusion, you know. This saying, I'm shaykh, this one say kutub, this one say kutub, this is higher. I only belong to Allah. Everyone is a man. I don't have to follow anyone. I only follow Allah. Very good. Congratulations. Because that kind of reasoning, you just earn yourself the title of a what? Of a Hariji. Right after the Prophet ﷺ passed, and the Sahabe Kiram, because of the betrayal of the munafiqs and so many fitna that is happening, there is separation here and there because of the fitna, that some groups of so-called believers, they say, you know what? To heck with all of this. He's saying he's Khalifa, he's saying he's Khalifa, this group and this group. No Khalifa. Only belong to Allah. Everyone is a man. I am only going to follow. I only belong to Allah. Very good at that time. Because you became like them. And those ones, they're completely out of the way. I don't have to tell you what the early Khalifas did to them. So, we have to be awake enough to understand the tricks of our ego, because it is a trick of the ego, to make us to stop, to understand the value of the Prophet and the value of what the Prophet himself loves. Who does he love? His inheritors. There in another hadith is saying, the sheikhs of my nations, they're like the prophets of the earlier nations. So to love them is to love the Prophet, alayhi salatu wassalam. To obey them is to obey the Prophet, alayhi salatu wassalam. Yeah. So many still taking it easy, or trying to follow your ego. I didn't open this hadith until now, but be very careful that time, because I'm witnessing and I'll be called to testify. If you don't wake up, and I'm praying every day that we all wake up, I will testify because I have to. Those ones who betray, be very careful. Wake up, inshallah. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala protect us from that kind of ghaflat, from that kind of betrayal. Definitely, we're not saying we are better. We all have that sickness. But we are very happy because we are following our Shaykh, who is a doctor. He's giving us the medicine. The sickness is not coming out, but we have that sickness. It's not coming out because of the medicine of that doctor. Stop taking the medicine, it's going to flare up very badly. At that time, you'll be in big trouble. Wa min Allahu tawfiq al-Fatiha.